because I'm squeezing to make sure it don't drop. So when I'm holding on to stuff I ain't got no business holding on to, there's tension going through my whole body. I'm going to work, right? And I'm holding on to stuff. Folks, how you doing? I'm all right. They're like, ooh. I asked him if he was how things were going. He said he was all right, but it didn't sound like it. It didn't sound like it. Don't bother him today. And then some person who ain't saved, got the devil all in them, will be like, I'm going to say something to him anyway. Huh? I'm going to say something to him anyway. Surrendering control reduces the tension. See? I got it. See? Ain't no sissy, man. But see, just relax. Relax. Pick it back up, take a squeeze. When God's in control, when you let God be in control, you ain't got to worry about whether the cup fall on the floor or not. Because God allowed it to fall on the floor, that means God can pick it up, he can clean it up, he can do whatever. If God allows it to happen, all you and I can do is allow it to happen. See? The man realized that he did not have control over what was going on in his son's body. And he brought his son to his son's creator. Ooh. Spiritually, we have to surrender. Surrender deepens intimacy with God as you yield to his direction. As you yield to his direction, you become closer to God. The more you converse with God and act upon what you converse with God about, the closer you get to God. We used to sing the song, how did it go? It went, it would say that the more we surrender to God, the closer we would get to God. The more we give to him, the more he gives to us. In essence, the more I back down about who I am and let God be through me, the more God will do with me. People used to ask me, how do you remember all that stuff? By giving it away. Because the more God allows me to give, the more he gives back to me. See, if you are holding on day after day to what has been spoken and you're hearing from God, that's the only thing that God's going to give you, because you haven't decided to surrender that yet, to give it away. And that's what Jesus means by, if you save your own life, you'll lose it. But if you lose your life, you'll gain it. See? You have to surrender who you are. Well, that's just me. Well, that's the problem. It's just you. Mom, everybody know mama that way. Well, that's the problem. Mama ain't never changed. She ain't never gave it to God. That's why don't nobody like your mama. They not coming to your house or going to see your mama because they're afraid of, no, they don't like her. Plain and simple. Because she don't surrender to God. As much as she talk about Jesus, she has not surrendered to God. Number 4. Faith invites divine intervention. Faith invites divine intervention. Hebrews 11:6 says, without faith it is impossible to please God. For he who comes to God must believe that he is. In essence, faith is the channel through which God's power enters you and I, human circumstances. When the Father believed, even imperfectly, Jesus acted. God responds to faith, not perfection. God don't need for you to be perfect. He's never called for you to be perfect. He says, yeah, we're to do things decently and in order. But even in that, he ain't called us to be perfect. He calls for us to be holy. He says, be ye holy, for your God is holy. And that's what he's saying, be separated from sin, because your God is separated from sin. It doesn't tell you to be perfect. And next time somebody say to you, well, we all can't be perfect like you, say, well, that's good, because I'm not perfect either. And if that's what you're shooting for, you're in the wrong space. Because the reality is, here's what God says. It's in your imperfection. It's in your weakness that he's made perfect. He's made perfect in your weakness. But if you so-called trying to be perfect in every little thing, then you're not giving any kind of space for God. You are rejecting the gift of God, being grace. That was the whole thing with Paul. Paul wanted to be perfect. After he had done so badly, he wanted to be perfect for God. But God allowed Satan to put a thorn in his flesh to buffet him so that he would have to rely on the grace of God. You try to rely on yourself, and you don't have the wherewithal to rely on yourself. You can't pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. Especially if you only can afford some sneakers. It's a reality. Expectation fuels hope and combats despair. That's the mental aspect of this. Faith invites divine intervention. Well, expectation fuels hope and combats despair. My expectation is not in myself, in what I can do, but in what God can do to, through, and for me. When I stand up on Sunday mornings, you ought to see me on Saturday nights. You ought to see me. And I'm hoping this works. And I hope this works. Oh, I hope this is it. Oh, shoot. Oh, let me erase that. Let me print up. Let me type up something else. Oh. Baby, you coming to bed? Not yet. I'm trying to get this done. Leave me alone. And then I get to that last period. I read over the whole thing. I'm like, well, Lord, I need you again. I need transformation to take place on tomorrow. I need for your will to be done. You wouldn't believe it. Now, I got 3 messages I did yesterday for today. And I had to choose. Because I erased, rewritten. I mean, you know, we say right by type. Right, I'm like, Lord, well, who's this for? Who's going to be there? As if he going to tell me. Who going to show up? As if he really going to tell me. Expectation fuels hope. My hope on last night, on Friday, especially on Wednesday, when I was like teaching this other thing, like, man, I feel myself depleting. And it's not even Friday. What us is gonna do, Lord? Can I show them a